Good evening, parents, guardians, and visitors to our school. I'm Daniel Clare, I'm the principal here at Southmoreland Middle School, and tonight we are recognizing the class of 2011 for National Junior Honor Society induction. I have promised many people that I will be brief. If you know me, you know that I will be, but I have one thing I would like you to consider before we begin our induction ceremony, and that is the verb recognize. As a former English teacher, I think this is a verb that applies to what we're doing tonight. We will be recognizing, which is to see and to honor many people, not just the students who are on our stage, but also the parents, grandparents, and others who have helped along the way to make our students successful in their academic endeavors. So while we may be recognizing the students that you see on our stage, we are also in fact recognizing you for your commitment to excellence and your commitment to academic performance. And so as we are recognizing our students, please take a moment to think about the things that you have done to make what we are doing tonight possible. Because without your assistance, without your guidance and your care, these things do not happen, and these ceremonies do not have their meaning. Having said that, I would like to turn the program over to Ms. Slayman, who is our National Junior Honor Society advisor. Thank you.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to our National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony. Tonight, we celebrate and honor the young men and women who have demonstrated the pillars of scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. This honor is well deserved. Students selected had to meet the strict criteria of a cumulative 3.8 GPA, as well as perform at least 20 hours of service for each year, beginning with their 6th grade year. Then students had to demonstrate leadership, contribution to their school, and community involvement. To our new inductees, National Junior Honor Society is both an honor and a responsibility. It's just the first step in reaching many of your goals in life. May it be a bright star in your journey as you begin your road to adulthood.
Being a member of the NJHS is more than just a title, more than just a few words. Being part of the National Junior Honor Society means standing up when facing obstacles, because we have to shine more than ever. It is finding a way through problems, because no fog can stop us from reaching there. It means not to sit and wait for things to happen, or for things to get better, but to make them happen to you. It is knowing that a member means doing something and making a difference in our community, in our school, and in our lives. Our guest speaker tonight is a dynamic, incredible, and a talented woman. Mrs. Park is both a teacher and district manager for Walmart, and has played a key role in assisting us in the Frosty Open Golf Tournament throughout the years. Those who have worked for her and with her would agree that she is both a vibrant leader and an amazing boss. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Marcy Park.
Wow, what an introduction, Jenna. Thank you. Thank you, Janie, for asking me to speak tonight. And yes, I have always attended the Frosty Open. Anytime I could get out of working on a Saturday morning and golf in below zero weather, I'm all for that. And you know, on that Frosty Open, it was so neat to see all the volunteers out there. And my husband Donnie's here tonight, my daughter Maddie. And you know, Donnie came with me and all the people from Walmart. We were very just amazed at all the kids out there, and nobody was complaining. Everybody was involved. It was surely an honor to be there and to be a part of it. So tonight, I just want to tell you, I am the district manager of Walmart. I used to be the district manager in Westmoreland County. Now I was moved into the metro market, into Pittsburgh. And I kind of want to talk to this group today a little bit about leadership and challenges that you're going to go through in your lifetime. So, and I have a couple of things that I want to share with you tonight. But You know, when I went to high school, graduated high school, I went to college and I became a teacher. I was an early elementary and early childhood school teacher. Then I went to get my master's degree in special ed and a minor in child psychology. And why I went to get special ed is because I wanted to be more challenged. I kind of liked to be an elementary teacher, but I didn't like that everybody was on the same exact wavelength, and I wanted to be more challenged, so I did more and I wanted to do more. So my challenge to you is, you know, don't stay on the same wavelength as everybody else. Go out there and try to be more challenged. Even if you want to be a school teacher, there's more challenging positions. Just like a computer teacher, right, Mrs. Lehman? There's a challenging position there. So think about it as you move on in your life. And obviously right now is a very pivotal moment in your lives. And I look back, and as you volunteer, and you were volunteering since you were in 6th grade, that's a really big deal for you. That's a huge commitment for you as a 6th grader, 7th grader, 8th grader, as you move up in your life. I volunteer a lot in my life right now. I belong to 4 boards, and I'm on executive board on 2 of them. It takes a lot of my time up and my family's time up, but we do it together, as you see there with me tonight and supporting me. But, you know, as you move on in life, that's huge for you. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good about what you do, and you're involved in that community. So as you move on in life, don't let that go. I think that's wonderful what you guys do. And again, what you do for the Frosty Open is just, it's immeasurable. So as you begin your trail with the National Honor Society, please understand that leadership is both an honor and it's also a responsibility. Leadership to me can sometimes even be, sometimes people view it as being arrogant. So I never ask what the minimum requirement is. I always ask what the maximum is. So remember that. Always ask what the maximum requirement is, not the minimum. Remember, never compare yourself to the worst, but always compare yourself to the best. And when you struggle at times, remember, if it were easy, everybody would do it. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning and I think of my responsibilities, I have over 6,000 associates that I'm responsible for. I'm responsible for over $700 billion worth of sales per year. It's crazy. So sometimes I have to tell myself that if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? So whatever you tell yourself, whatever you're going to do in life, remember that. If it were easy, everybody would do it. Lastly, leadership is a privilege, not a right. So as you move on in life, you may get a leadership role, but to keep it, you have to earn it. So remember that as you move on and you take on some leadership roles. So again, this is an exciting time in your life. It is truly the beginning of your leadership choices. So I have 2 references that I want to make today for you. Does anybody like country music? Anybody listen to country music? Raise your hand. Yeah, a little bit? All right. I don't like country music either, but there's a really good song that I like. So I'm not gonna sing it to you, so don't get scared. I'm not a good singer. It's a song by Leanne Womack, and it's called I Hope You Dance. A senior executive vice president in our company, her name is Charlene Gerald Porter. She's no longer with our company, but she gave me this book and this CD a long time ago, and I still listen to it to this day. And I'm gonna read you a couple verses of it. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. Remember, when one door opens, when one door opens, when one door closes, I hope one more opens. And when you get the choice to sit out or dance, I hope you dance. And I know everyone in this group is always gonna dance. Now, boys are looking at me like I'm never gonna dance. It's not about dancing, boys. It's about taking that lead. So, and I do have a little story to share with you today, and I do have a book for all the new inductees, and with the help of Mrs. Lehman here, she got us this book. And I want to tell you, I'm not going to tell you the story about this book, but my poor husband had to go all the way down to Oakland yesterday to get it because we couldn't find it. But I'm going to read you this book, and I know you might think it's a little corny at first, but this is a book by Dr. Seuss. It's one of my favorite, and it's called On Beyond Zebra, and I just want you to kind of pay attention to it, listen to the words, and I'll give you a copy of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read the part of it that I think is important to you. Said Conrad Cornelius O'Donnell O'Dell, my very young friend who is learning to spell. The A is for ape and the B is for bear. The C is for camel, the H is for hare. The M is for mouse and the R is for rat. I know all the 26 letters like that. Through to Z is for zebra, I know them all well, said Conrad Cornelius O'Donnell O'Dell. So now I know everything anyone knows, from beginning to end, from the start to the close. Because Z is as far as the alphabet goes. Then he almost fell flat on his face on the floor when I picked up the chalk and drew one letter more. A letter he never had dreamed of before. And I said, you can stop if you want with the Z, because most people stop with the Z, but not me. In the places I go, there are things that I see that I never could spell if I stopped with the Z. I'm telling you this because you're one of my friends. My alphabet stops where your alphabet ends. My alphabet starts with a letter called Yuz. It's the letter I use to spell Yuzamatuz. You'll be sort of surprised what there is to be found once you go beyond Z and start poking around. So go beyond zebra, explore like Columbus, discover new letters like Wum in Wumbus. My high-spouting well who lives high on a hill and who never comes down till it's time to refill. So on beyond Z, it's high time you were shown that you really don't know all there is to be known. So just to leave you with, I'm hoping that all of you go beyond Z. So you remember, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, but Dr. Seuss decided to go beyond Z and create his own letters in order to go beyond that alphabet. And I know all of you on stage here tonight are always going to go beyond Z. So again, thank you for having me tonight. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. And if you ever need anything, my office is right in the Mount Pleasant store. I'm only there about once every 2 weeks. Stop in and see me over the summer. I'll show you around, show you what Walmart's about. And, I know a lot of you just buy the different Frosty Opens. And Sam, I feel like I've known you for years. And obviously Janie. So thanks again for having me. I really appreciate it.
On behalf of National Junior Honor Society, we want to thank you very much for taking the time to be here. And I thank you for, you can just distribute the books. I just want to thank her for bringing that book to my attention. When she told me about it on Sunday, I had no idea. I'd never heard of that book. I'd never read it. And I did a little internet search on it trying to find it. And thank you, Mrs. Loffer, for finding these and getting these for us, because she was the one that was responsible for that. But when you start looking it up on the internet and you start reading about it, it has been the subject of dissertations. It is quite incredible, the challenge that book gives us. And to our new inductees, I think that, if you'll agree with me, I know this is new and you haven't heard this, but I think this could be a perfect theme for us for next year, to go beyond zebra. So on beyond zebra for the entire school, and for us in particular, because we certainly need to go on beyond what this class has done. Will you agree that with me with that? For that? Okay. Well, we'll work on that later. Let's move on to the candle lighting ceremony. This candle lighting ceremony symbolizes the 5 pillars of the National Junior Honor Society. The emblem of NJHS is the flaming torch, which from the earliest of times has been the symbol of knowledge. Unlighted, it has no power to lead and guide. It is of no use until the touch of a match lights it with a vital and beautiful flame. Likewise, the knowledge, wisdom, and inspiration that are buried in the great treasure of books and hidden in the minds of men are valueless until, by faithful study, we unlock these treasure houses and use their understanding and talents for the good of mankind. As man has long lighted a torch to guide him into dark places, so all men who seek truth must hold firm and true the purposes of life by the virtues represented in this symbol. In addition to the emblem, the motto of the National Junior Honor Society is "Light is the symbol of truth." I will now light the candle of knowledge and truth. The membership of the Southmoreland Middle School's chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities held in high esteem by the society. 4 of our members will review these qualities for the candidates. Scholarship.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn, even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success and can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Service.
My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of a day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in class and school activities, the leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are influential without guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus to lead is a substantive charge to each of our other members. Citizenship.
I represent citizenship, the obligations each member of our society faces to live up to the democratic ideals given to us by the founders of our country. The responsibilities each of us has to our home community, our state, and our nation are many. As good citizens, we are bound to live up to the laws and guidelines which unite us as a civilized society. Good citizens work together to improve not only our lives, but the lives of all our fellow citizens. Good citizenship requires that we remain strong and vigilant in protecting the freedoms and rights that have been granted to us in preventing injustice from entering our lives. We, the members of our chapter, are called to live up to the high standards of citizenship from this day forward.
Character.
Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to obtain the respect of others. It is the force of character that guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality that we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we hope to prove by example that we value character.
Our 5 torches representing scholarship, leadership, service, character, and citizenship have been lit. Each has its own place in the life of a student, but each light is small and flickering by itself. It needs the lending of others to give it the full, rich flame. In a moment, we will read the names of the students who have been chosen by the Faculty Council, exemplifying these 5 qualities and who are therefore worthy of membership in the National Junior Honor Society. When your name is called, please receive your certificate and t-shirt, then sign the membership book. Will all the new candidates rise, please? Stephanie Wells. Mr. Clare. Brianna Bunner. Michael Conroy. Figure out where it is. Brittany Hollis. Samantha Jane Offer. Josh McHugh. And Peyton Weaver. Will the candidates please repeat the pledge? I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, citizenship, and character. On behalf of the faculty and staff at our school, I hereby accept these candidates as full-fledged members of this society. I know they will be found worthy of the trust we have placed in them. Let's congratulate this fine group of young ladies and gentlemen.
first year National Junior Honor Society. In this presentation, we'd like to take the time to show you our exciting year. Alex's Lemonade Stand. This was one of our flagship charity projects. Alex's Lemonade Stand benefited pediatric child cancer research. We served many kids throughout the year in our lunches and made over $500 for charity. Alex's Lemonade Stand taught us responsibility and that every small job, if done well, makes a big difference.
Deck It Up. Similar to Hoop It Up, Deck It Up was a school-wide tournament in which students competed. The sport played was deck tennis, a cross between volleyball and horseshoes. It helped fund future projects, and we had tons of fun. It was definitely the hit of the school year, and we hope to do it next year.
This is the last guy, just trying to figure out what we're doing. I can't clean up the experiment. I'll listen to the coaches. I do have options. I live half age. Let's go slow. We're pretty responsible, right? Here we go. Hey, you're taking that. I am, remember? I'm responsible. 125, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 7 years. And I did my job. I'm responsible. Heather, wrong side. I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. Hope I'm going to drive it out with 2.2 seconds. I did my job. I'm responsible. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Hey, that's not being responsible. When we don't vote, that's all about. But this is you, being responsible.
In the end of October, we held Character Counts Week. During this week, we wrote and performed skits. In the skits, we model good character traits such as caring, responsibility, and trustworthiness. We also had special events for the student body to participate in.
In December, we froze our butts off outside Walmart ringing bells for the Salvation Army. Although it was cold, we had a lot of fun and raised a lot of money. We were lauded as one of the few schools who helped. The Salvation Army was very thankful for our brave participation.
Stop eating the sorbet rock. It's a palate cleanser, not ice cream. This is what we heard all night long as Susan Timko from Carnegie instructed us on the finer points of eating. While we were there, we learned proper etiquette. We had an expensive 5-course dinner, and it was delicious.
On the 2nd of April, we held a charity golf tournament, the Frosty Open. The money we raised went to the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption and the Children's Miracle Network. This event was held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and the golfers were served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We raised $3,000 for this event.
NJHS made a video to get students ready for the PSSAs. We gave the students helpful tips on how to do well in the PSSAs. All of the faculty and students thought the video was a great way to get pumped up.
On Hat Day, everyone paid $1 to wear a hat. All the money we made went to NJHS to help for this induction. A lot of people wore big, crazy hats, and it was tons of fun. On Teacher Appreciation Day, we gave the teachers cards and donuts to thank them for all they have done.
We had a fun, charity-filled year, and we wish the new members the best of luck.
I think they did an excellent job, and you know, this group is going to be very difficult to replace and to do better than them, so that is your challenge, new inductees. But since it was our inaugural year, we would like to honor our charter members with a token of our appreciation, and that is a beautiful medal that says National Junior Honor Society on it. That will help them realize that they have had a significant place in our school's history. So when your name is called, would you please stand up and receive your medal from Mr. Clara. First one would be Jenna Roth. Jenna was our fearless leader. She indeed is our president and has put up with me this whole year. I can't thank you enough, Jenna, for all those texting at the last minute to every member to get them here at our 7 a.m. meetings. Thank you very much for all of your hard work. And despite what you have in the program, because I must have been sleepy when I was typing it, Brittany Leonard is our vice president. She does not hold 3 offices. Brittany is just a quiet and mighty mouse. She is Miss Dependable. I could always count on her for everything. Anytime I needed one little thing done, Brittany was there to pick up the slack. Thank you so much for everything. And then there is Anna Banana, as I would call her. I've known Anna a long time, and Anna is just such a worker, and she is Miss Detail. She keeps me in line, and I thank her for that. Thank you, thank you. And then we have Henry. Well, Henry Riley is just a card. Henry doesn't realize it, but I've known him also. He played with Sam when I think you were about 3 or 4 years old, and I remember seeing this spunky little guy on the soccer field, and there was Henry. And he has not disappointed me since. He is definitely our star in our videos. You will be sorely missed, and we love his ideas. And then we have the team. There is a team here, believe it or not. It's Austin and Brennan. So Austin, stand up with Brennan. The two of you get yours together because you are team go-to guys. Or in Austin's words, you are the Mario and Luigi of National Junior Honor Society. They are a card, these two. Their humor and work ethic is simply priceless. I could not thank them enough. Stacy Sample would be next, and Stacy is Smiling Stacy. She doesn't know I would call her that, but she is Smiling Stacy. She is a joy to work with and has Friday night, actually, she was here until 7 p.m. So who would be here on a Friday night until 7 o'clock working? Well, Stacy was here. Thank you very much with Kat. So they were just a wonderful, wonderful duo. Thank you so much. When I need something finished, I can always count on the two of you. Kat, I don't know. Oh yes, Kat. I forgot all about Kat. Oh my goodness, Kat. Get up, Kat. You are scrapbooking Sue. Kat is our scrapbooker, and she always has a very pleasant smile, just wonderful to work with. I've known Kat a long time too, fantastic, a hard worker, and such a great help, and just priceless. Then there is Justina, joyous Justina. Justina kept our meetings laughable. She just never stopped laughing. We just laughed and laughed and laughed. And you'd never see her without a smile. Thank you so much for keeping us upbeat and laughing. And finally, we have Brockadelic, as I like to call him, Brock Graviak. What can we say? Brock does not stop thinking and has some mighty high thoughts. And he's got some real challenging thoughts too. And one day he wants to be a veterinarian, and the next day, I don't know what it is, something else, something new and interesting. I cannot thank you enough, each one of you, for your amazing contributions and how well you worked together to do one heck of a great job our first year. Thank you so much. Before we adjourn, I'd like like to thank Mr. Clara for an amazing opportunity and for all that he affords us, because without him allowing us to do some crazy things, we would definitely not be able to have such a great group and be able to affect our other students' lives and the community as much as we can. So I thank you from the bottom of our heart. To the school board and to Dr. Scott and Mr. Lee for being here, and your support is priceless. You're always there whenever I need you, and you never turn your backs. You give us the free rein to do what we need to do too. Thank you so much for your help. Also to the faculty council, they have had a heck of a time this year making some hard and tough decisions, and they're always there when we need them to help and support any decisions that we have to make with the faculty council. Thanks to Mr. Burry. I don't know if he left yet or not, but boy, he came here on the last minute and put this all together with the sound and the lighting, and I thank him tremendously. He's just wonderful to work with. Most of all, I'd like to thank you for coming and being such a big part of your child's life, and for giving us some incredible students to work with who are responsible, who are capable, who are bright, and who are motivated. It is indeed a joy to be working with them. I cannot thank you enough. Look for me, though, to ask for you for some help in the near future. If you're one of the new inductees' parents, thank you. You'll be hearing from me, and the 7 a.m. meetings have already started. They don't stop for a long time. So thank you very much. Let's enjoy some cake and some punch. Give us a few minutes to get it together, and we'll have coffee, cake, and punch, and some sandwiches, which were made by all of our NJHS members. Thank you very much. Have a good night.